Da-da-da-dun. Oh, I haven't even turned on my machine. September morning. Da-da-dun, da-dun, da-da-da-da-dun. Da-da-da-da-da. Just finishing getting ready. I was upstairs with Patrick, just having a little snacky poo. I have to get my cameras ready. Okay, hang on. How is everyone? Hoping everyone is doing well. Just setting up my laptop so I can see your comments. Whoops. Give me just another minute. I will be right with you. Everyone. What is happening here? Reset. Everyone. Reno. Live. That's what I want. Okay. I think I'm set. I think I'm ready to go. All right. Okay. Oh, I gotta. Let me mute that. Let me mute it. Alrighty, we are going to be working on September. That's why I was singing Neil Diamond to you. September mornings. You know what's really sad is that's all the words I know. Da-da-da, a brand new day. And then I know that line. Well, not even the whole line, just that little part of it. I have some kind of auditory issue where I saw that order and hey Trish, did Patrick, and we were sitting on the couch and I go, Trish wants to get that, and then Patrick said I'll invoice her. So did he invoice you last night? Hang on, I gotta move this because I can't see anything you guys are saying right now. Let me move this over. So did it last night. I hope you ordered the Mighty Coon. Good to see you. Did he invoice you? First out 10 days up, level 3. Hey, I'm gonna yell up to him. Patrick? Patrick! Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna have to check on that because I don't see him up there. But I think he said, I'm invoicing her. And then that's the last thing I know. It's as though I lost consciousness or something. Okay, I got to tell you guys a funny story. My child has not, I don't think this part is necessarily funny. He has been oversleeping and not able to get up. And then, so what he's saying to us, he's saying that he is unconscious. And so when he goes back to bed, it's because he's unconscious. He doesn't even remember going back to bed. We're like, what? You got up, turned your alarm off. You were conscious. Maybe you were tired, but you were conscious. I have felt like a giant piece of poo-poo for since I can't remember. I've felt really to the point where like I've not been we were at the store and I didn't want to take any calls. Usually I'm like, yes, give me the phone. And I'm usually pretty energetic, and I have felt awful for like maybe the past 3 days, and I'm feeling so much better right now. And so I'm happy. I'm like, okay, I got it. Because I was a little bit worried. I'm like, how am I going to do this live feed? I'm feeling like not well. But I finally feel like I'm coming back to myself. So, Patrick, congratulations, Renata. Yes, and I saw that message that you sent Patrick. I was like, Renata sent you a text message, and I told him that I was like, oh, those guys are buddies. So, okay. What we're doing today is we are going to be doing September's tiling scene, which is this gorgeous one right here. And in your kit, a lot of you, if you got your kit from us, instead of having the black border, you're going to have the brown border because the black fabric was sold out. I think it just it's just in stock now. It'd been sold out for a long time, and I want to hold your kits back. And the brown I thought looked as good, if not better, than the black. So you'll have the black for the house. We had enough for that. But your binding is going to your binding and your backing is going to be the regular. Is going to be the brown linen texture and not the black linen texture. So I thought we would start off by just going from top to bottom. So 1, 2, we'll do those in one hooping, these in one hooping, these in one hooping. There's lots of different colors. So I'll just go ahead. I'm going to put them in the same hooping, but I'm not going to stitch them. We could do these, color group these, and then do the other ones separately. Where's Cindy? Cindy, what did you do? I'm just, good after, there's Cindy. Were you doing... Oh, the sewing room's going to be amazing. So, let me grab, this should be everything for September. And I already did my backing. This is going to be my backing. I just pieced together a bunch of leftovers. I have a ton of leftovers, so I'm like, what am I going to do with all of these? I just sew it all together. Know that, this is the garden. Some of you are going to have up and down. Some of you are going to have where the stripes go up and down. Some of them are going to go left to right because it didn't say, it just said run it parallel to the placement. So I think mine goes up and down. Some are going to go left to right. Don't get hung up on that. It'll be fine. It didn't say how to cut it, so we just cut half of them one way and half of them the other way. I think that's it. Let's go to the machine. Let's get ready, guys. Let's fire it up. My machine is saying I was piecing last, so it's telling me to remove my dual feed foot. You can trick the machine. I'm going to have to totally remove it, but I just unplug it. My dual feed foot lives on my machine. It's either my dual feed or my embroidery foot. So I'm going to go ahead and take this off. Remember, it should never be loose enough for you to undo by hand. If it is, it's going to shake off while you're sewing and scare the bejesus out of you. So these are, do 5 and 6 separate. Okay, so this is the advanced screwdriver. Sometimes you guys order it and you order the blue one or the yellow one. If you want the one that I use, it's no longer green. It's going to be black, and it's called the advanced screwdriver. And I love it, and it's like one of my favorite things in my toolbox, and I couldn't live without it. And I use it on everything. I use it on the needle screw, this screw. It's really made for this screw. That's what it's really made for. And I use it on my hoop. So let's go into embroidery. I'm going to put my foot on. I'm trying to look at your notes. From Illinois. Oh, did you finish all of September? So you finished, I was looking at Annette's comments. Looks like she already finished it. Any helping hints that you want to give us? Things we need to watch out for? Or are we just going to sew? We're just ready. Let's just do it. Wow, my sewing room has been a complete mess. I actually did a Serger 1 class yesterday, and I was so embarrassed because, I mean, my machine was dusty, but it was fun. I was thinking, I don't know how many of you have Sergers, baby lock Sergers, because that's what I have, and you don't know how to use it. I was like, maybe I'll just do a big class for you guys. I thought we had a great class. It's super fun. All right, so I'm going to go here into my pocket. I've already loaded my designs via design database transfer, so I'm going to go right here. Sweetheart Street spreadsheet. Oh, I saw that you ordered that, and was it that one that you just ordered? I'll send you the download when I go to the store. So, or did I already send that to you? I can't remember. Where's my picture? Focus, Jeannie. Focus. All right, so we're going to load the clouds and the top of the tree. So I'm looking for the clouds right here. Set. I'm using my 7x12 hoop. Oh, I mean, I'm in a constant state of embarrassment about the state of my house. 7x12. So I'm going to choose that size. Go ahead and choose the hoop size that you're going to be using. It's a good habit to get into. When you use the 7x12, it bumps you down. I think 800 stitches per minute as fast as you can go. I'm going to touch the edit button. I'm going to rotate it, and I'm going to rotate it to the right. Whoops. 1. And I'm going to move it up because we are going to economize our muslin. Just make sure you're inside that line. One click outside, it's going to tell you to change to a bigger hoop. Say okay, and now I'm going to add. So I'm going to hit my add button. I'm going to go to my pocket, and this is where you go if you bring it in via design database transfer. And yeah, I haven't gotten anything done, but like today I'm feeling like finally maybe I can get some stuff done. I'm feeling a little motivated. Whoops, this is your reset button. I accidentally hit the 10 instead of the 90. Give yourself a good inch in between. And that way you can save everything that's down below. And that looks good. And I'm going to say, okay, how are we doing? Any questions from hot Michigan? Okay, Vicki, I don't want to brag or anything, but it has been awesome here in Reno, Nevada. We have been having unseasonably cool weather. It's been in the 70s, which to me is like so perfect. All right. But we're going to get hot next week, so we'll be in the same boat as you. All right, I'm going to go ahead and say embroidery. And from our layout screen, if we want, we can go ahead and color. You know, I'm not going to even color group. I'm just going to do one at a time, especially for those of you who maybe are doing this in a 5x7 or a 6x10 hoop, and you can't do it 2 at a time. We'll just stick to 1 at a time. So let's go ahead. But sometimes, especially if they're very similar blocks, and you can color group, you're going to want to, because it's going to save you from having to do color changes. Oh, and if you do want a color group, you're going to go layout. That is your button right there, where it takes you from 2 to 1, 2 colors to 1. Look at all of the steps up here. I'm going to just touch it for giggles. And you can see it consolidated. I'm going to put it back though. And we're just going to go ahead and do it that way. All right. So here are my colors. I grabbed them before we got started. They're over here in my handy dandy little tray. And I'm going to put in a color I could see, but not something that's too dark. I'll just go ahead and use putty. Good morning from Northern California. Hi, Miss Lita. Vegas has been nice too. What does that mean? How hot is it? Or how not hot is it? People, when we tell them we're from Reno, Nevada, they'll be like, oh, you must go to Vegas all the time. And then I have to explain that we are a 7-hour drive from Vegas. Okay, so I'm doing my placement line first, and we're just going to do the top block. I'm going to get my spray tent and my spray. I always show this to you one time. And then you don't have to see it again. But this is my handy dandy dime spray tent. This is my Ganold spray. I use the economy line because it just seems to be great. And then I'm going to be spraying right there in my spray tent. So I'm going to grab my muslin, or my, what am I grabbing first? I'm grabbing my batting. Let me get in the flow, right? And I'm using my filming arm. My filming arm does shake a little bit. So I'm going to grab one of these. I have a whole bunch pre-cut. This is all my leftover batting. Some of it's thin, some of it's thick. I have a little bit of everything. I just like use it all up. Whichever side is nubbier, that's your wrong side. And then we want, ooh, this is spraying to like, you know, not straight out. And then what's our background fabric for this? It's going to be this polka dot. It's the white with a crew polka dot. Make sure there's nothing on it that's going to shadow through. I'm going to spray both of these right now. All right. What's our next step? Let's get in the groove. In the groove. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and lay this down. Hot and humid in Florida. Summertime, right? Do you guys want to hear something so crazy? I am not like somebody that goes and does their nails all the time. So somebody just told me, because you're going to be seeing my nails. They're going to be looking really bad. I didn't know that you could do something called a fill. I didn't know that. So I've just been waiting for my polish to grow out so it's a French tip. And then I would peel it off, which then ruins my nail. I did not know I could go get a fill. So now that I know, I can't pretend like I didn't know. We're going to go, okay, I'm going to go to this step right here. And that step is where you go forward and backward stitches as well as whole thread colors. And that's really what I like to leave on my screen because it'll tell me what's coming up and it'll allow me to go forward and backwards. So this is the tack down for the batting. I don't need that because we cut it to size. This is the placement stitch. I don't need that. I am going to do the tack down. And normally I say do a color that is going to contrast so you can fussy cut to that. In this case, I'm going to tell you do a color that blends. And you want to do a color that blends so when you sew it all together, if it doesn't encase, it's not going to really show through. And I'm actually going to just do white. So it totally blends. I was doing linen, but that was showing a little bit. 95. Ooh, 95 in Tennessee. Okay, this is going to be my tack down. And then we'll get into it. Where's my spatula? Let me grab my spatula. My favorite. This one's my favorite. I'm semi-looking at your comments. So if I miss something by accident, please don't be offended. I'm looking up and then they just scroll up so fast. Ooh, thunder with a lot of lightning. Makes me nervous. I know there's like some areas that have really bad fires going on. It's always super scary. Okay, what's happening next? I'm going to turn on my little iron because I think we're going to have a little bit of applique. Is my iron on? Okay. And then I need my ironing mat too. Where did I put that? I'm going to have to get that. All right, this is tile 1. Let me turn to that page. Three, 5, 6. Okay. So we're just going to refer right here, and then it's going to say we did all of this. The last step, the quilting one, is going to be right before all this stuff. And is that it? No, right here. Stitch the quilting detail. So we're going to stitch the quilting detail. It is recommending, is the line, what's the line? Is that going to be linen? So it's recommending linen. I'm going to go ahead and put my linen in right now. I'm going to take my white out. Yes, Patrick.
I'm just going to pull this closed. Do you want me to shut your door in case the dogs bark?
No, why are you shutting that?
Well, I'm talking to Johnny. I don't want to be talking on your live stream. I'll open it.
Okay. Here we go. Let's do our quilting stitch. Look at your screen. Make sure you're seeing the quilting stitch. You can always check there. There's been plenty of times where I have gotten ahead of myself or gotten behind myself, and then that screen, meaning right here, has saved me. Because I'm like, wait a minute, that's not what I'm seeing. So it's showing the quilting. Go ahead and do your quilting stitch. After we do the quilting, then it wants you to stitch the tree, the clouds. We're going to do that in linen. Get your clouds. I've already pre-cut mine with the scan and cut. This is the last one. We're going to do this. Next week we're doing, what are we doing next week? Is it going to be prep for automakers? Yeah, I think it'll be prep for automakers. We have a lot coming up. We got to get going. Oh my god, this one had a lot of cuts. Here's one cloud. Where's my other one? Here's the other cloud. Mine are cut, and they also have heat and bond light on them, so mine are ready to stick right down. Oh, I know. Let me go ask him. Well, it's doing... It's so funny because Trishy looked at me and then he's like, oh, I'll do it right now. But I was like, last night, he was like, I'm doing it right now. So he's on the phone right now, and he said as soon as he's done. So I want you to watch for it. Well, not quite yet, because that man can talk. He needs to be on vacation just so he can talk on the phone to all his boyfriends. This is like the third long boyfriend conversation he's having. And one of his boyfriends came over today. That man is social. Okay, next thing it wants you to do is the placement stitch for the clouds. Just leave your linen in. Go ahead and do the placement stitch. If you have not pre-cut it, you are gonna do the tack down and trim. For me, I'm gonna be laying down my handy. This might be the one remember I told you do not use, oh my God, this is really dirty. Don't use, steam on your mats. These mats are the Hoop and Press snap hoop mats, which are skinny. They're about 1/4 of an inch. So these are the ones I prefer. The other ones are super nice. They're much nicer if you want to get a set and you want small, nice mats, wool mats, get the other set. But I like to use these because I press right here. All right, so I'm going to slide this off. I wasn't even paying attention. I don't know where the clouds go. Here we go. But I do this over here just because it keeps me from having to, oh my God. I lost the clouds. Where did I put them? Keeps me from, oh, here they are. Here they are. Having to go to a different area to press. So let's make sure we lay these down, right? I think this one goes right here. Yes, it does. What I love about the scan and cut is it cuts everything so perfectly. So if you are doing Hang on. If you are doing, where you, if you're doing this like I am and you take it from the placement line, it fits perfectly. Okay. Da 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 dun dun da da dun dun da da dun. Did anyone watch that Neil Diamond movie? Okay, I didn't realize that I was watching a movie about a tribute Neil Diamond singer, the one that had Hugh Jackman. Is that how you? It's Hugh Jackman, right? With Kate Hudson, and I thought she was great in it. I've never been a huge Kate Hudson fan until that movie, and I was like, oh, I loved her in it. She was great. Great, great, great. But I just thought it was funny that I was watching a movie about a tribute singer to Neil Diamond and not about Neil Diamond. But I guess that would be the jazz singer or something. Okay, anyways, next step. I'm going to skip the next step on my screen because the next step on my screen is going to be the tack down and trim. Do that if you need to. And I'm going to do this step, which is going to be another placement line. Didn't you think that movie was great? I was like, I was so confused when I was like, wait a minute. This isn't even about Neil Diamond? Okay, stitch the tree placement line, and we're going to do that in Sage. But I thought it was great. Made me not want to garden in front of my house ever. Okay, here we go. I'm putting in my sage. We're going to do placement line. Here we go. Make sure if you're using your mat that you have pulled it out. Find that piece of tree. If you've pre-cut it, get it. I think this is mine. Here's mine. I was trying to, if it's something that's in the seam, I'm trying to not put SF101 on it so that it's not too thick. You know what I mean? Where's my mat? All right, get the appropriate piece. If you did scan and cut, find it. Here's mine. I'm going to put this down, and then I'm using the Cricut iron, which I absolutely love. It was a gift from Penny, and it's really, I feel like, the perfect one for these Kimberbell projects. Like, I love my Clover one for applique where I'm doing some smaller pieces, but I was finding it was too small. And then I got the Aliso Mini, but I was finding that was a little bit too big. I feel like this one's perfect. The little Cricut one. We have an affiliate link on our website if you're interested in getting one, and that helps us a little bit. All right, what's next? After you do that, we're going to skip some steps. So right here, we're going to skip that tack down and trim, and now we're going to get into the stitching. I think that's going to be all the applique. So stitch the 2 decorative outline. You're leaving the sage in, and go ahead and stitch that. I love Neil Diamond. I didn't know I loved Neil Diamond until that movie, and I was like, oh God, I love this song. And okay, who hasn't gotten really drunk and with a bunch of friends and sang Sweet Caroline? I feel like it would come on in every like college dive. You thought the movie was so disappointing. Are you talking about the tribute one? I thought it was great. You didn't like it? Or are we talking about the jazz singer? QW. Big trip to the Canadian Maritime in 2027. What is that all about? Thank you, Renata. You are so good at getting those thumbs up for me. Oh, God. I thought that was great, too, when Kate Hudson sang that last song. I think once you get over the shock that it's a tribute movie, I thought it was really great. I thought it was funny, too. They opened for Pearl Jam. That was pretty crazy. Okay, stitch the leaf fill. So go ahead and just hit start. It wants you to do the leaf fill. Am I doing that right? Is that the right thing? We did the decorative outline. Now we need to stitch the leaf fill. Yep. And then we're going to stitch the stem detail. And the stem detail is brunette. So you're going to get brunette, ruby, and cool gray 3. Get your brunette, your ruby, and your cool gray 3. And I really love that Kate Hudson has settled into her just middle-aged woman persona. I was like, I really like this side of her. The mom. Yes, right? Anna, like, everyone loves that song, Sweet Caroline. And it's such a great song to, like, sing together, throw your arm around your friend. It's just like one of those songs. And I know more than just 4 words. There's not... The chorus, I know the chorus, so I can sing along, at least when it comes to the chorus. The Canadian Maritime Quilt Shop is when you say you're gonna do the Canadian Maritime Quilt Shop. What does that mean? All right, go ahead and do this apple fill, and then you're gonna put in your cool gray 3, and then we're done with this one. How fast was that? Although I don't think they're going to all be that fast. Da, da, da. If you haven't seen it yet, I did put up the pre-order for the fabric kits for 3 and 4. So those are up if you want to go ahead and get those now. We're planning on cutting we usually cut between 208 to 224. That's our sweet spot number. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put in cool gray 3. And then we'll be stitching that. I think the next thing we're going to be doing, I'm going to be stitching out Automakers. And then I think Karen Bowl is going to be stitching Happiness Grows. And then I'm going to be stitching out One Amazing Autumn. So it'll be action-packed. Tampa. What time is it in Tampa? 6. Wait, is it 4:30 here? So it's 7:30. I was thinking, oh my goodness, if I get motivated, I'm gonna pop on one night and just do a UFO finishing. I have so many UFOs. So we're doing the cloud satin outline. 7:30. Friday UFO group. We gotta do it. Because I gotta get some stuff done. I was like, you know, the past 3 days and I haven't felt well. I was like, oh my God, I don't think I can sew anymore. I have no energy. I feel sick. And then, I don't know, Patrick let me sleep. I slept in the other room, in like Violet's room the past couple of nights. And I think just not being woken up by the dogs at 5:30 made a huge difference. Whoa, Sue! I can't believe Diane already finished it. Is it adorable? I know a lot of you can't wait. You're like, I can't wait for Jamie. I'm just slow and steady. Slow and steady. We're going to get all our projects done. Slow and steady wins the race. Renata, you are a morning girl, aren't you? Because I would not, if I woke up at 4 in the morning, I'd be just so annoyed. My clock doesn't work like that. I wish I was a morning person. 7:30 in Ohio. Oh God, you guys are having the heat, huh? You know what? Maybe you'll get our weather though. Maybe this cool and seasonable weather will be headed out to you. Nice! I hope Diane has a fun time. Okay, so you are going to do the satin cloud outline. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to get ready to do tile 2. So each one of these, they feature one of the blocks. And this one, they're featuring tile number 2, which is kind of a quickie. So I was surprised that that's the one that they're going to be featuring. But here are instructions. They're on page 26 if you want to follow along with the instructions too. This is the block that we're going to get ready to do if you need to rehoop up. So we'll finish this off and then we'll be working on that next one. You know what I'm worried about? Because I am such a night owl. I'm worried that after I retire someday and I have nothing to do, that I'm going to stay up really late at night and then not be able to get up during the day. I don't want that to happen. I love the days. Nice, Sue! Girls trip. Nothing like a girls trip. All right, I'm going to get my stuff ready for the next block, which means I am going to need a piece of batting, my background fabric, a full one, and then the tree and the trunk. Here's the trunk, already cut. Here's my tree top. Where you at? Oh, you know what? I was looking for it, but I think it's in 2 pieces. Hopefully that's right, because this is all I can find in there. Is it right? I have it in 2 pieces. You will never be busier than when you retire. Is that what you guys found, that your body just stays on the same rhythm that for me, the perfect time to go to bed is midnight, and then the perfect time to get up is between 8 and 9. Like, if I could do that, I I feel great when I do that. But I have such a tough time going to bed earlier. Like Patrick, if Patrick chose, he would be asleep by 10. And then he would get up at like 6. But Connie, are you an early bird? A night, so Catherine's a night owl. A night owl and an early riser? Actually, that sounds like a dream come true if 5 hours was enough sleep. 5 hours. 5 hours is normal for you and you feel good? If I could get away with 5 hours, I think I need 7 to 8. See, I think I would like to stay up till 3 a.m., but I don't want to sleep the day away. Mita likes the mornings. I know there's something just nice and calm about the mornings. When it's just like you and your thoughts and your cup of coffee and your dog. Do you find, because I'll be 56 this year, and I'm still feeling like I need sleep. But do you find as you get older, you don't need as much sleep? Because I can't imagine 5 hours ever being enough for me. I love this. I think this stitch is what makes it. The little stitch that goes down the middle. Otherwise, it's just a boring satin stitch. Awesome. Guess what? We finished that. Time for the next one. I have a cool gray 3. I'm just going to leave it in there. Here's our placement stitch. I'm going to spray my piece of batting and then my piece of background fabric. I'm going to give them a little shot of spray. I just pre-cut all my batting. I cut all of them for the whole entire project. I have a big stack. Oh my God, Quilt Wench. I'm praying for 4 to 6. If I could have 4 to 6, I'll be a happy camper for that to be enough. But I haven't gotten there yet. Okay, how many of you nap? Like, do you nap at all? I don't like napping because I feel like it throws off my day. Like that if I nap, then I'm not going to be able to sleep at night. So I tend to not nap. But maybe I'm just going to give in. And I'll start napping when I retire too. Do you guys nap? Okay, I'm going to put my white back in. You want a color that matches your fabric. So I'm going to put in my white. Nap attack. Quilt Wench loves her naps. So Trish, you nap too? I'm threading up right now. I got my big king cone, so I'm using my spool stand. I use my 10 thread spool stand. And it's not that I could get away with my 2 thread. I love my 2 thread, but I use it more as storage. Like I leave up like the threads that I use a lot on my 10 thread. Okay, where's my handy dandy? Whoops, I hit the wrong button. I hit my, wait. Okay, I didn't skip any steps, so here we go. I'm sorry, I got trigger happy. So this next step is the tack down for the batting. Mine's already down, so I don't need that. And this is the placement for the background. Already laid mine down. And this is the tack down for the background. So I'm just going to go ahead and start there. So, yeah. I was getting trigger happy there. That is not what I wanted to do. And feel free to do all the steps. Some of you like doing the batting placement and trim. So do it. Don't let me pressure you into doing anything my way. I want you to do it your way, whatever makes you happy. And then we're going to do the quilting stitch. I'm going to put in the linen. It's a little more contrast than just the white. Lita, I'm the snorer. Poor Patrick. I said something to him the other day. I'm like, I'm so sorry. Do I need to sleep in the other room? And he said that if it's ever bad, that he pokes me. He'll poke me. Look at me. I never thought I'd be the snorer. Like, the guy's supposed to be the snorer. The girl's supposed to be the princess. I don't want to be the snorer. But I've already gone, and I think they said I had a slight deviated septum, but it wasn't anything worth, like, fixing. So, I didn't used to snore. I don't know how this happened. Okay, here we go. Now you're doing the quilting stitch. Go ahead and do the quilting stitch. Hi, Miss Penny. I think that's funny. Wednesdays are your nap days. Is that it? I purr? Oh, I went to go see like an ENT, like an ear, nose, throat doctor, and he asked me why I was there, and I said because I princess snore, and he looked at, he was kind of dry, you know. I was like, I princess snore, and he goes, what's that? And I said, it's like, oh, boop, 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 boop. But then I told him I really snore. Oh God, Lita, that sounds great. Just putting your headphones on and listening to an audiobook. This is like the cutest stitch ever. Is this like adorable? These pumpkins, these curly cute pumpkins. I just love it. It's nice that the quilting stitch was built in, but it would be nice too if we got just this stitch. I guess you could use it as a clear blue tile, like you could use this on something else and just use just the quilting stitch. Because you know you could come in here and you could you could no-sew everything. This is, hi Celinda, this is, oh, hang on. My battery's dying on my computer. I have to get it plugged in. We are doing Home Sewn 2 September. This is the September block. Hang on just a second. I'm going to get my computer plugged in so I don't lose juice. Da, 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 da. It's a tribute to Neil Diamond and September Mornings. Okay, we're plugged in. What is our next step? Looks like we need to put in your sage thread. Here we go. We're going to do the placement for the tree. Da, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Renata, I call Patrick Princess and the Pea. I say that Patrick's Princess and the Pea and I'm Shrek. Okay, here's your first placement line. Dun, dun, dun. Is this, oh, the project that has the scarecrow? Okay, back it up, back it up. Let me move this out, put my mat under. Penny, I've been using my Cricut iron. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Here we go. And where are my pieces? This one goes down first. Oh, guess what I had on there? My paper. Da, da. I know, I thought about not making these into individual wall hangings, but I don't know, that's just too thick, right, to make into a quilt. Too thick and heavy. This is your perfect iron to do Kimberbell. I like it. It's nice and hot. It's just the perfect size. Perfect size. Not too big, not too small. This is Goldilocks just right. Okay, we're going to skip a step. So we're going to go from here to... That's your tack down and trim. We don't need that. We need this step. And I think it's going to be in tack down, trim close, decorative outline. So we're going to do the decorative outline. Make sure your mat is pulled out. So the one with the scarecrow is going to be One Amazing Autumn. And that's like, it's a little bite. I mean, it's kind of a weekend project, but it's not, you know, it's not huge. Oh, pillows! That's a great idea. Da, 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 da. After we do this decorative stitch, it's going to want you to stitch the trunk placement line. Here is my trunk. Already cut. Okay, and then you're going to do the tack down and the trim and all of that stuff. You're going to need your timber. Timber is the color you're going to be using for the trunk. So get that next. Get it, get it. I keep thinking someday I would want to work. I want to rescue dogs, but I don't know if I could do it. I don't know if I could give them back. I think it would just turn into having 8 million dogs and then Patrick would divorce me. Yeah, different pillow each month. That would be super fun. All right, here we go. What's next? I think it's going to be the placement line for the trunk. Go ahead and put your timber thread in. Oh my God, Cindy. Are you just finding all sorts of stuff? It's almost like Christmas. The other day I found something. I was like, oh, look, I'd forgotten I even got this. It's like Christmas. That can happen to me with shoes too. Because I'll get them and maybe I'll buy them on sale and they'll be at end of the season. And okay, let me make sure I'm stitching the right thing. And so I don't even wear them. They get put away. So it's like Christmas. Do you change the size? You do not change the size, and they fit perfectly. It's cut exactly the same size as the placement line. I mean, if you're doing it that, the way that I've been doing it. So there's that button that you can hit, and it changes the applique material, the placement line, into applique material, and it is perfect. It's exactly the size that you want it to be. Okay, don't be ironing without a mat under this. I'm going to put my mat under. There we go. I'm going to get my awesome iron, which is still hot, and let's put it down. So the past couple of days while I haven't been feeling well, I started watching, it was awful, but I couldn't stop watching it. It was that movie with the boy, is his name Sam Worthington, the guy that was in Avatar? I'm going to tell you right now, if you're thinking about watching it, it's so bad, but you can't stop. It's one of those movies. I couldn't stop. I just couldn't. Here we go. Pressed on. Looks good. I think a house of 3 dogs would make me very happy. I can't do cats because I'm super allergic to them. Okay, let me skip. But I just okay, I did that. That's going to be your tack down and your trim. If you haven't cut it to size, you're going to do the tack down and the trim. And then it's a decorative stitch, and that's going to be in timber, and I'm just going to let it go. It's 6 minutes of stitching. I think, well, maybe I could go and walk dogs. I think I'd be heartbroken to walk a dog and then take them back and put them in the cage. I don't know if I could do that. I think that'd be tougher than fostering. Are you so excited to see her? 80 pounds! How'd she get to be 80 pounds? Lita, don't get an Australian Shepherd. Just come take one of mine. Take one of mine. So that movie, I think it was like, I Will Find You or something like that. I think that's what it was called. It was like a little series. I think it was maybe like 5 or 6 episodes. It was on Netflix. What mat do you order? Oh, so Nora, these mats right here, these are, and mine has a little bit of a bow in it because I steamed on it, which you don't want to do because the back has I'm sorry, mine has dog hair all over it and all sorts of stuff, but mine is, it has this rubber backing to it. So if you steam it, it's going to warp. Which, it's fine. I can still use it, but make sure you don't steam it. These are, if you go on our website and look at, I think it's called Hoop and Press, and they're the dime ones. OESD sells them now, but they're the dime mats. And This one is the 6x10. I really like my 6x10 and my 5x7. And I use whichever one I can find. And they're kind of nice because they don't... Sometimes when my hoop is on, I leave it on. And I'll just slide it on from the right side. I tend to be pulling them forward more than I used to. So I can use that Cricut iron. Because the Cricut iron is tall. And I can't fit it under here. Whereas I used to just slot the thing under and just use my Clover iron. Which was small and I could just put it under here. So, but I love these. They're the Hoop and Press snap hoops. They're for the snap hoops and not the regular hoops. And they're thinner. The other ones are going to be about 1/2 inch. But the snap hoop ones are, a 1/4 inch. Did you send out the email with the spreadsheet? Oh yeah. I think the spreadsheet's on. I'm not sending out emails with those anymore, but I think, Donna, that the spreadsheet is on the website. If you go to videos and sew-alongs, and then go to Kimberbell, and then go to Home Sewn 2, the spreadsheet should be there. However, if it's not there, let me know. But I think it's there. Oh my God, Teresa, did you watch that movie? It was so, at the end got to be so bad, but I couldn't stop watching it, and I loved it too. I loved it too. It was so bad though. Removed from the first floor. I'm trying to read your comments, but they're happening so fast. Okay, so 5 is going to be different. All right, I'll pay attention. That's the... Teresa, I wanted to watch it. He's in charge of the remote control. And I was like, can I watch this episode? And then I would have watched more. And he turned it off. Turned it off on me. He's the one that makes the good choices. Like, let's go to bed. You need sleep. I would have kept watching. I couldn't stop. And boy, were there some twists and turns. All right, after we do the tree, we're going to put the sage back in, and we're going to do the top part of the tree. So this is going to go down next. Have your sage thread ready to go. Nita, I always tell myself I should have gotten a golden. Every time I go to a store and they have a store dog and the store dog is awesome, it's always a golden. I have never seen an Australian Shepherd as a store dog. And now having them, I know why. I remember we told the breeder that we got the dog from. I was like, it really needs to be a good store dog. We want to take it to work with us. And she's like, yeah. Yeah. I think she should have started out by saying, these probably aren't the best store dogs. And then after the first one, where I'm doing the placement line, we just figured we got the wrong one, so then we got another one, and that one's not a good store dog either. Okay, here we go. Don't get me wrong. I love my Aussies. I love them. They're my babies. They'll be the last Aussies I ever get. All right, here comes my Matty Mat. Here we come. Here comes my Matty Mat. I think the best things about the Aussies are they are the most loving dogs. They're the kind of dogs, thank God they're as sweet as they are. Because there's been many a time where I'm like, this dog's got to go. And then I can't because I am so in love with my dogs. They're my babies. I would say that they're 2-year-olds in fursuits that can run really, really fast and have teeth. All right. I'm going to skip the next step because this is the tack down and the trim. And I'm going to go straight here, and that's going to do the decorative stitch on the bottom. I feel like there should be foam under this, right? Like the whole point is having it be dimensional. Don't you think? Should I call Kimberbell and make that suggestion? Hey, I think you should put foam under there. Then it would have been dimensional. So I follow this guy on Instagram, and he has he has 2 Goldens and he has 2 Huskies. And so he'll do these videos where he'll have like a Jack in the Box, and he'll bring each one in separately to and get the reaction to like the Jack in the Box. And it is so funny how different they are. He's got one Golden Shepherd. He's got one Golden that is like so crazy that will come into the room and instantly attack anything in like a very playful way. And then like his Husky is very reserved. He's got one of his Golden that's a little skittish, and then the other one's just crazy. It'd be like definitely the second child. And then his Huskies are so different than his Golden. It's just, he's really funny. I don't know if any of you follow him. Yeah, so if you guys want the spreadsheet, I haven't been using the spreadsheet much just because there's not a lot going on. But I will be working. I'll over this break, I will do the spreadsheets for One Amazing Autumn and Autumn Acres. I know some of you have already done it, so you're like, I don't need it. I haven't done it yet because we haven't stitched it out. But I usually have a spreadsheet. I would show you mine, but I think I dropped it. I don't know where it is. All right, next thing that we're going to do, but I will have those up. If you're stitching with me, you'll get those soon. Let's go back. I just did this step right here, tack down, and we just did the decorative outline. Now we're going to stitch the leaf fill, which there's just 2 spots, and then we'll do the stem detail. So go ahead and leave the sage in there. Just hit start again. Wow, 15 pounds. Yeah, that doesn't, what if you get a like a chunker? What if you get a mini and it turns out to be chunky? Yeah, that's what I was thinking, right, LaDonna? Oh, yeah, I will absolutely do those spreadsheets. Maybe I'll do them, right now. Okay, that was the leaf fill. Now we're going to stitch the stem detail, and the stem detail needs to be in brunette. So get your brunette thread. I know that, you know, my dogs have had some ups and downs with their weights when mama can't stop giving them treats. They're looking pretty good. We were overfeeding for a little while, but we've got it under control. Here we go. These are your stems. Stem. Then we're going to do our, you're going to get your ruby for the apples. And then I think it's going to be military gold for the rope. Yes, military gold. And then we're on to block number 3 and 4. Okay, cat people, are you getting sad? Shall we talk about cats now? So when my rep was here, there's so much cute cat fabric. And I was asking him, I was like, how does the cat fabric do? Like, I am not, how many of you guys buy cat fabric? Because I know cat people love their cats. But he said that the cat fabric is more popular because dog people only want to buy the dog fabric that has their type of dog. And he goes, cat people will buy just cat fabric. And I was like, oh, that is so interesting. That is so true. Because if I were to buy dog fabric, I would want it to have Australian Shepherds. I don't want dog fabric that has a lab on it because I don't have labs. And I just thought that was so interesting. Which made me go, I'm never going to buy dog fabric for this store. I will only buy cat fabric. Maybe I'll buy dog paw fabric or something like that. Or it has to be fabric that has all the dogs on it. Oh, I love that Coca cat fabric. I don't even have cats and I buy cat fabric. Don't buy cat fabric. Hi, Miss Cindy. Welcome. Dog bone fabric, right? Okay, so if I get cat, I'll get cat fabric, and then I'll buy something that has like something dog related, but not specific dogs. Yeah, I am not a cat person, but I still love cat fabric. It's so cute. We've got 3 apples. Do we have 3 apples? Yeah, we have 3 apples. And then get your military gold. That's going to be next. So, Mita, do you have Goldens? You know what? We see Australian Shepherds in all the dog commercials. They always have them. I think because they're so pretty. As long as they belong to other people. Oh, God. Those Maine Coons are, like, so beautiful. There are some really, really beautiful cats. A German Shepherd. I watched this video last night. I am such a sucker for like dog videos, animal videos, just animal videos in general. And it was somebody who had just rescued 2 German Shepherds. And you know, they always started out with them not thriving, where they're, you know, she'd just gotten them from the pound and they were super skittish. And then by the end, they were running around, they were hugging up on their mom, and they just look so happy. I just love videos like that where it has like a happy ending. Guess what? Oh, wait, I was going to say we're done, but we're not. All right, one more. We got to do the military gold. You didn't even prep your fabric. Oh, Donna, I hope everything's been okay. We have tough months sometimes. When you guys say stuff like that to me, I start to worry, number one, about health. That's the thing I worry about most. I've seen some nasty falls lately. That always scares me. Name Momo. I had a friend that used to raise rag dolls. Are they like half Persian, half Siamese? I can't remember. But they were so cute. Oh, good. I'm glad that you're on the mend. Worry about you guys. All right, I am going to re-hoop, and we're going to do the next 2 blocks. So let me grab. Trying not to hit my filming arm because I know it starts to jostle a little bit. All righty. Pretty cute, huh? Adorbs. Let me go ahead. Those apples are so cute. It would have looked really cute if there was some faux underneath to make it like cushy. I guess that would be hard to deal with though, because of the seam. You kind of have to keep it lean in the seam. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put this up. I'm gonna cut one off. I leave one on, I cut one off. You want to leave one on because it allows you to hoop a little bit closer. Cut from the back side right down the middle in between the 2. Don't cut right at the seam because a lot of times you're going to be fussy cutting. It's not going to be right at that seam. Cut that one off. Here we go. Momo's barking. I don't know if I've ever met a dog that likes to hear the sound of their own voice as much as Momo. I like it so there's like, I don't know, a 1/4 of an inch, in between a 1/4 of an inch and a 1/2 an inch hanging out. I like a little bit more. Because there's a little no-sew at the top. So your design doesn't start right at the top. Around the whole hoop, there's a little bit of no-sew. I heard somebody say they were having trouble getting their fabric taut in this, or their stabilizer. So there are times where I have to do it twice. And I've done it so many different ways. I'll hold it on the side and kind of drag that over. So that looks pretty good. I'm good with that. I'm going to take it over. Let's load up and let's do the next one. Here we go. Slide her on. And let's load up the next 2. You know, my child called me and I told him I couldn't talk because I was live feeding, but now I just got worried. that something was wrong. Hang on just a second. I'm just going to say, you okay? All right, let's get in our screen. I'm going to go home to clear what's on my screen. How is everyone? You guys have any questions? Are you okay? Where are you finding the thread colors for the stitches? So if you look here, with each step, it shows you the thread color. And there's a little color code here. And then when you turn to the main page, on the main page will be your embroidery thread colors with the little code, the little code for what color it is. Okay. So the main page, this one for September is on page 25. And then like this, for instance, is the red with the cross in it. So that's going to be your ruby. All right. Okay. Next, we are doing tile number 3. I'm going to load 3 and 4. And we'll live feed until 7, maybe a little bit longer. I will finish just stitching this out tonight, though. I just find the longer I step away from it, the harder it is for me to get back to it. If this gets confusing, you're like, what are all of these designs? You can always delete. I'm going to go in here right now. I'm going to get rid of the one that we just did, the 2 that we just did. And then we already did this. That was July's. Am I doing the right one? Did I just skip August? Oh, no, we did August last time. I got scared that I skipped something. Okay, so we did this, and that's it. I'm going to delete those. Trash can. Okay to delete. And then you have to hit this button again to get back to selecting. It needs to be white. Okay, now I can select a design. So, did we already put one in? Or I did not. The one with the schoolhouse first, set. Let's go to edit. We're going to rotate and rotate it 90 degrees to the right. Bump it up. I'm using the arrow so I don't accidentally move the design left or right. And I'd say under, like, make sure you're a click or 2 under the outline of your 7x12 hoop. If you go over, don't worry, because when you go into the next page, it'll ask you to change out to a bigger hoop if you go outside of the embroidery field. Now I'm going to add, and I'm going to add, we're adding this one with the swing, with the tire swing. Tire swings, weren't those the best? Here we go. Any tree swing. That was like one of those things I dreamt about. We never had anything like that. When we moved into this house, our kids were older, but we had a swing, a tree swing, and our kids would always go out there, or else there would be just kids walking by, and they would hop onto the swing. I always loved it. We had to take it down because it was hurting the tree branch. Okay, I've got both designs in here. I'm going to touch embroidery. I am not going to color sort because it's different colors, so we're just going to leave it the way it is. We're going to stitch out 3, and then we'll stitch out 4. Last thing I'm going to do is push this button down here, and that is going to allow me to go forward and backward stitches. That's my placement stitch for my batting. I have military in there. I'm just going to leave that in there, and let's stitch out the placement for your batting. And I'm going to get my fabric. I haven't looked at any of your comments. Let me get my fabric and my background. Batting. Oh, Mary Jo, I'm just seeing that comment. I did miss some of yours. You made it to alive! You're here! Oh, Mary Jo, I'm so sorry. That's like, I'm sure it's a giant hole. Sometimes I look at my puppies and I go, oh, what am I going to do without you? You're like such a huge presence in my life. Okay, I'm going to spray the other one. Ooh, do you see that? I don't like that, but it's already sandwiched there. I'm actually going to not wait, this one I'm going to do a different one because I know the other ones are going to get covered. I missed that. Usually I'll try and pull that out. But there's ones that it's going to cover it, so I'm just going to leave it. Okay, here is my batting. Lay that down too. I usually center it, but I'm putting it up a little bit further. You can see there's like almost 2 inches on the top. Just because I don't want this to get sewn into the bottom one. Okay, here we go. We're going to skip some steps. So I'm going to skip the tack down for the batting. I'm going to skip the background placement. And I am going to do the background tack down stitch. And I'm going to do that with white so it blends. White. Putting in my white right now. I'm glad you're joining us, Mary Jo. Okay, where's my... I was looking for this, just in case I need it. So we're going to do the tack down. If you don't have these spatulas, think about getting them so that you're not reaching in, like I'm reaching in with this hand. But anytime I'm engaging in really risky behavior, I'm doing it with my spatula and not my finger. I've seen way too many of you come into the store with some horrible story about the needle going through your finger. We have a local customer, Diane, and she just, she got into it with her rotary cutter. My thumbs, are you asking me? He's okay. I just can't whoop. You can feel it. Okay, I'm taking this out. I'm going to put my linen in. My thumb's doing okay. Not great, but not awful. I can live with it the way it is right now. Thankful to have a thumb. I'm putting in the linen and we're going to do the quilting stitch. Look at your screen. Make sure that's what it's showing you as the next step. Just in case you fast forwarded too much or not enough. I hate wearing, I need to get a different thumb splint. I tried ordering one of the little plastic ones, but it didn't fit. And so I got the little Velcro ones and I feel like the Velcro gets stuck on everything. It is beautiful. Mita, hasn't this been just the most amazing weekend? It's been gorgeous here. Patrick and I got up this morning, took the dogs for a walk, up in the hills behind Reno. It's just really pretty. Okay, so right now we are doing the quilt stitch detail. Then we're going to stitch. We're going to leave the linen in. So that right there tells you the color. And your key code for that is going to be what, on page 26? Or no, page 25. There's your key code. And so it's linen. So we're going to stitch the grass placement line, place the grass. So I got to find my grass. And then tack down. And then what's that color? Is that peppercorn, I'm guessing? Putty. We need putty. So then we're going to need putty, 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 sage, sage, linen, ruby, military gold. So let's go ahead. Find your grass first. That's what we need next. Whew, I'm worried. You know, I remember when it cut it, that it did another weird cutout line. Let me see if I have it. Here it is. I think this is going to be it. Hopefully that's right. We'll see you, Trish. We're sending you healing thoughts. Okay, wanted you to leave in linen and do this placement line, so I'm going to go ahead and leave that. Here's my piece. Oh, I didn't even turn on my iron. I don't even know if he's ready. Let's see. Let me get this. Let me bring this down. I like to feel and make sure he's actually under there. Last thing I want to do is melt the bed of my machine. That would be awful. Although I know a guy who could fix it for me. But still, it would be awful. And then I'd have to explain, and then Patrick would look at me all disappointed. So, was it Saturday? Saturday, I went to leave the store. Kai was having his birthday party, and I was gonna go pick up Cold Stone, and couldn't find my keys. So Patrick's like, "You've looked everywhere." I've looked everywhere. He'd locked me in the store because he's like, "You've got your keys, right?" I'm like, "Oh, I got my keys." Wow. I was lucky enough that they were in the car. But I was sitting there. I couldn't get out of the store to go look. Sorry, my iron wasn't totally hot. I didn't heat it up. I find this heats up pretty fast, though. So I had to wait for Patrick to come in. I was like, oh, it's there. I was so close, but so far away from my keys. All right. I'm going to skip the next step. This is tack down and trim. I've already cut mine to size and fused it. There, you're going to have your next placement stitch. Make sure you, I took out my mat, and it's asking you to put putty in. What do you store your thread in? So I bought these. They were called, I want to say they were called like the thread arranger. And I loved them. And I put them on my wall. But what I realized is thread gets dirty. And it gets dusty. Not really dirty, but it gets dusty. And then it gets dusty and it can fade depending on where you have it. I'm a believer in thread in a drawer. So I'm going to do my placement stitch. This piece of furniture is unique, and it matches the table that my machine's on. But this drawer is where I keep most of my glide is in here. And these dividers, I bought these from on Amazon. They're kind of like spring-loaded, and I love them. So my other thread, I'll show that to you in a minute. I'll take you over. You guys are I'm gonna try and make it fast and try to hide the icky stuff. I might even cover the camera so you can't see. All right, let me find my little walkway. I think it's cut out. Is it not? Is this it? I think this is it. Paper on here? Yep. That's my glide. My glide is here next to me. That's kind of what I use the most. I am a Isacord glide girl. Those are the two, and I know a lot of you have more than one collection. So that's just what I use the most because those are the projects I do the most of. Like I do a lot of OESD and I do a lot of Kimberbell. How's that look? Good? I'll check it before I fuse it down. So my other thread is, oh, well, I'm a big fat dirty liar. I also have a lot of Rheingold, which I think Rheingold was Madeira, and they don't even make it anymore, but they were closing it out, and I bought like all of the big, we bought like 3,000 of the king cones and sold them at our shop for really cheap. That was a while ago. I'm always looking for great deals to share with you guys. I find that when you use Heat and Bond Light, you can budget a little bit. Like, like you can move it. If it's not down totally right, you get another shot. You can kind of, I can kind of move it into place. Okay, this is down. What else? I'm going to skip the next step because this is going to be the placement, or I'm sorry, the tack down and trim. We don't need that. We're going to do that step though. And I think that's going to be in putty. And while it's doing that, I can show you my other thread storage. Alrighty. Is it putty? Yeah. So next step is right here, 10. Stitch the path detail and decorative outline. Make sure your mat is not under there and this is fused down and it's not going to move around. Okay, I'm going to show you my other thread storage. I haven't even cleaned up my room, so I'm going to hide it. There's my hand. You don't get to see the mess in my house. All right. Here is another thing of thread storage. And I got this at like Joann's. It was like a clearance item. And so this has my Isacord. What I love about it is, well, I did take some out. It's arranged by numbers. So this here is like everything up to, 250 is in here. And then these are going to be and they're not in order, but these are going to be all the way up to like 900. And I took a whole bunch out, so it's missing a bunch. And so when I want reds, I grab the whole drawer and I take it over to where I am. And then, but I love these. So this to me is great. I don't care that it's plastic storage. It works great. It keeps my thread clean and I can grab a whole drawer when I want to look at a color. All right, let's look at my other thread storage. Okay, here's the laundry. You guys get to see it all. This is messy in here. Hang on. You can't look. I'm embarrassed. I can't believe I showed you that. I did. Yes, I have my bolt. There's my big bolt of batting. I have these drawers. I got these. This is where my 10 needle is. It's in the laundry room. I do what I got to do. Um, and I got these at IKEA. And the it's like this is one right here. So 2 drawers to a set. And these were perfect to fit my cones of thread. So it won't fit the tall cones, but it fits these, like the other king cones. So if it's tall one, won't go in here. But I love these, and I just stack them. And these have all of my king cones that I use on my multi-needle, and you're going to see a lot I've never even used before. But aren't they gorgeous? So someday I will use them all. Okay, I'm going to cover up my screen so you don't see the rest. You get selective filming. It's embarrassing. Here we go. Okay, back over to what you usually see, which is bad, but not as bad as the rest of the house. I think I'm the messiest filmer you'll see. I've watched other people, and their spaces are perfect. And I go, what's wrong with me? How come I can't be perfect like them? Okay, Quilt Wench, come to the store. I always tell people, Terry Pedersen came to the store, and there was something about Terry where I could just tell this gal is organized. I was like, I bet her sewing space is amazing. I could just tell. And so when she came to the store, I said to her, like, I hope you didn't have high expectations. And I go, and then you're not disappointed. That's what I always tell people. Just expect it to not be very neat. And then you won't be disappointed. So yes, you should come visit us because it still is a very happy place. Does A1 sell the wool mats that are you? So those are, I do special order those. And I do have some of them in stock though. So I keep a set or 2 in stock. The mat that I'm using right now, this is the hoop and press mat for the snap hoops. They have the regular set, and which are thicker, and then they have this set. Next time I live feed, I'll bring some home so you guys can see the different sets. I prefer this set just because I slot it under with my hoop on often, and mine is rippled because I steam ironed and it made the backing, the rubber backing, shrink. So don't do that. All right, what's our next color? Next color. Sue, you came to the store. You knew what to expect, were you? I've been warning you. So hopefully you were like, oh, this is exactly. Most people say, oh, it reminds me of my sewing room. So they usually say that. And I go, okay, well, hopefully you feel comfortable here. We're so busy. There's so much product that goes in and out of the store. You know what? I always say that. Don't trust any store. That's a store that has too much time on their hands, right? Well, that's not true. I think there's probably some neat stores. I think it has to do with, I think it's me. I'm just saying. I think it's me. Oh, I got my thread tower too. I got to show you my thread tower. Oh, what am I even? I have thread everywhere. I have thread in, I have 2 pieces of furniture from Unique. You know why I'm not showing you? It's just too messy. I can't show it all to you. But yes, I have some of my thread in my thread tower, as well as I have 2 Unique cabinets that I have thread in there as well. Oh man, Penny, it's messy in here. I vacuum too. We get so much dog hair. Okay, listen. My thread tower, I don't have enough room for my thread tower, but I had to have it. I was like, Patrick, I've wanted a thread tower for so long. I'll also show you my thread tower in the next time we get together. Because my thread tower is like covered with stuff right now. I can't. But next time we get together, I'll show you my thread tower and everything that's in it. But I want to clean everything around it. So we're going to do the grass satin outline. And then we're going to stitch the tree felt. I'll try and clean. Maybe this week, now that I'm going to be home this week, I'll try and clean. And then I'll give you a tour of like the whole sewing room. It's pretty crazy. Okay, tree fill. Go ahead and just hit start. You should still have your sage in. This is 3 minutes of stitching. Getting organized. Oh, it's gotten to the point where when I moved into this house, we moved into this house in 2029, and I had empty shelves and I had empty drawers. But with a little bit coming home from the store every day, it starts to fill up really fast. And you know what else? It's those damn UFOs. If I get those done, you're going to get linen next, and that's going to stitch the window, doors, and sign fill, and then ruby. Windows, doors. I've been dying to start Frankentown. Did you guys see Dwani post hers? It was so cute. I called her because I was like, okay, Dwani, walk me through this. Because that woman, she's a stitcher. She's a producer. And, so hopefully I'll get that going on my multi-needle. There's one tree. Let's do the other. Oh, did I say 2029? 2019. So we moved into this house in 2019. And then were the kids freshmen? I can't remember. I feel like we were here and then the pandemic happened. It was a crazy, 2019 was a crazy year. We moved in here. $2029. Sue, the other day, I said something to Graydon. I said, where's kindness grows here? And she was like, kindness grows here. I was like, yeah. And I showed it to her. She was like, happiness grows here. And I was like, Graydon, when are you going to learn to speak genie? Patrick knows how to speak genie. All right. Linen. My mouth is its own entity. It says things that my brain does not think. Windows. Okay, so we're going to do our windows. And then we're going to do this school felt. This is a 62-minute stitch out. So this one's kind of long. It's funny because I feel like there's not that much going on here. And I wonder if the 62-minute stitch out for this will be shorter than this one where you're going to have more applique. We'll see. They're probably going to be about the same. So we'll probably stitch this one and I'm going to start the other one. I'm going to start and finish the other one. What time is it? 5:49. So we've got time. We'll do this one and the other one. Windows. 4 minutes of stitching for the windows. 4 minutes. Stitching for the windows. I haven't even, you know what I haven't even done yet? I haven't done all of the little quilts. I should do those. I'm going to grab mine right now. I haven't added any. Did you guys do little envelope backs? Maybe that's what I'll do. So I haven't even started these yet. And I know this one has the American and UK flags where you could get another one of these. Request your replacement. I haven't even done that yet. Should I do that? I should probably do that. Oh, these are cute. Do you guys have favorites? They're adorable. I love this one. This is Hello Sunshine. Cindy West, don't look. I'm just kidding. We have to finish this. Oh, they're cute. What was wrong with this? Okay. All right. I should do these. Maybe I'll do them right now. Did you guys use batting in them? I'll use a little piece of batting, and then maybe I'm gonna do an envelope back for each of these. We'll see you, Catherine. Enjoy the laundry. White stripe under the star feels, not red. Oh, yeah. I don't know if I would know. I'd have to look at the flag and then I would recognize it. Yeah, if you're going to request it, you do it through Kimberbell. We should all do it right now. To request a replacement, you're going to submit the form, and a replacement will be sent to you. Okay? Make sure you guys do that. I'm going to do mine right now. We're 17 minutes into our stitch out. I'm trying to think of what's going to take so long. It's probably the house. All right, red house, put in your ruby thread. Yeah, I have to pick up. So, yeah, that's a good way to describe it. I have to pick up. We have a gal that comes and she comes once every 3 weeks. I love her. She's when my grandmother passed away, she actually watched I'd had twins. They were little then, and she watched my kids that time when I went away. We've just known her forever, 20 years now. And but I'm so thankful when she comes because it helps me reign in the house, and it helps me keep the house decluttered. I think the reason my sewing room looks as bad as it does is because I don't have a place to put stuff. That's the big reason. At this point, I have run out of places. Okay, this is 8 minutes of stitching. While it's stitching, I'm going to be listening, make sure nothing happens, and I am going to make room out of nothing at all. I'm going to create some space somehow, in some way. I'm going to clean up a little bit. So I'm going to step away. I'm cleaning up my thread tower area, so maybe I can show it to you. I don't know. It's kind of a big job. I was like, oh, this is a good time for me to get organized. Oh, purge is a dirty word in my house. I don't like that. Graydon at the store, Graydon makes me play a game and she calls it trash or treasure. And she'll hold things up at the store and she'll be like, come on, is this trash or treasure? Oh, the stars are in the wrong place too. I'm gonna have to get the replacement. Oh yeah, I don't think I think Kimberbell will replace it. Like this one, this like came. If yours didn't have this, I mean, just reach out to them. They're really good about stuff like this. Reach out to them and let them know. But if you didn't have this, then maybe yours is right. I think they fixed them. I think the ones that you get now are correct. I know you need Graydon to come to your house and play Trash or Treasure. Yeah, that was a Kimberbell thing. You just reach out to them. They should replace it if you have the wrong one. Trash or treasure? Sometimes I'll even be like, Graydon, let's play Trash or Treasure. I think it's easier to play Trash or Treasure when it's not your stuff, right? Like, I could go to your house and play Trash or Treasure all day. No problem. Let's do it. But if it's my house, I don't know if I want to play Trash or Treasure. You know what? If I could do it over, I think I would have just stitched that roof in red. I mean, in black or dark brown. I don't know if I love the red roof. But oh well. It's cute. It's got bricks. You know, you never know what it's going to look like until it stitches out. And I like that the roof has slanted, I mean, the stitching is slanted, and then the roof and then the walls of the house have bricks on them. It's kind of fun. Okay, we're going to put in military gold and do the bell fill. Let's do that. Where's my military gold? Where are you at? Sorry, the filming arm. Let me stabilize that. Okay, the bell. I almost wish they'd done like lines in between the bricks. Do you think that would have been really cute? And then we need peppercorn. Peppercorn and then herb. Peppercorn and herb. Yeah, get it done. Get it done, QW. And just in time, right? You can have it up the whole month of July. Okay, I'm going to put in my herb. No. Sorry. Wait, is it herb? Or is it peppercorn? Peppercorn. Ooh, peppercorn. Good thing I didn't give you the wrong color. 4 boxes of treasure. That's always nice too, right? I say all those things like hoarders say. When Graydon plays Trash or Treasure with me, I go, oh, we're going to sell that. Oh, that's a special thing for so-and-so. Oh, I'm saving that. That goes to a kit. Oh my God, it's really awful. That's how I keep myself in check. I watch hoarders, and then I go, I don't have a problem if I admit it. And then I do try to throw. You know what? I end up regretting the things I throw away. I'm like, oh my God, I had that, but I threw it away. That's what happens to me. And it reinforces my hoarding. And then I go, oh, see? You shouldn't throw things away because you're going to need them. Treasure. It's so hard not to be a sewist and not like hang on to every little piece. Very cute. Very, very cute tree trunks. Love them. I love peppercorn. Did you guys see? So we also put up the thread kit. There weren't a ton of repeat colors if you've gotten the thread kit 1 and 2. But there were like I don't know, was it like 7 or 8? Oh God, Renata, that's what I need to hang those words up. Own your space. The money spent is gone, but the peace of mind with a clean space is much more than the money already got. That is what I need to remind myself, because I totally am the type of person who's like, but I bought that. I spent money on that. I can't just get rid of it. I do that. I totally do that. Okay, we're going to stitch the bushes fill. The money is spent and gone. I got to tell myself that. Peace of mind. I got to focus on peace of mind. Okay. I'm going to focus on peace of mind. But we're not. It's so hard. It's so hard. Okay, I'm having trouble finding the little end of my spool. So I think these are the bushes, right? Is that what's next? I need to inventory so I can order more thread. Lita, that cracks me up. Okay, we're doing the bushes. The money is spent. That's good advice. All right, the money is spent. It does. It feels better when there's like room. Waste it, want not is my motto. If I throw it away, I will be needing it. Oh, God, jeez. I know. Right? I feel that way too. I want to be it. I want to be all of it. Okay, after you do the bushes, we are going to stitch the school. The school is going to be in shadow. Get your shadow thread. I think it's going to be shadow. Get these in line. Shadow, buttermilk, and sage. Shadow, buttermilk, and sage. Shadow, buttermilk, and sage. We'll see you later, Miss Sue. Hey, Patrick. I thought I heard Patrick out there. Shadow. Ooh, ooh, shadow. Buttermilk and sage. Ooh, ooh. I feel like Shadow is like, I knew so many dogs named Shadow. Shadow. It's a good dog name. Patches. Felt like everyone had a dog named Patches. I'll do a video, Quilt Wench, with the thread tower. It's a great thread cabinet. Okay, get out your buttermilk and sage. I think Poppy is a super popular dog name now. Poppy, what else? Or pet name. Buttermilk. Luna. I was watching this video and it was talking about the most popular pet names. Luna was up there. I think Luna would be a really cute little girl name. Here we go. Corn. Buttermilk. Ooh, ooh. And sage. Oh my goodness, that's our last color. We did it. That's the problem. It's applique. It does. It takes little pieces. What if you collage? You need all those little pieces. She named her Luna. I love that. If I had a little girl right now, I would name her Hazel because I'm in love with that name. But then next would be Luna. Okay, you go, girl, Renata. Mine's telling me to change out my bobbin, but I'm hoping there's just enough thread to finish up. Nope, I'm going to just keep hitting start till it finishes. I'm not going to fight it. Okay, cut. If you have to change your thread, cut it. Let me get another bobbin. So happy to have Filtech bobbins back again. Don't forget, we're still doing that special until the end of the month, which is what, a couple of days. And if you buy the well, you know what I've been doing. I've just been giving you the $5 off, but you're supposed to be putting in your notes 5 more for the additional $5 off. But I've just been looking and going, it's still June, and then I've just been discounting. So if you did buy them and you didn't get your $5 off, send me a note. But Filtech bobbins are on sale. They're, I want to say they're $61.18. They're normally $69.99, and then we have them down to $61.18, and then if you put in the code 5 more, you get $5 more off. So I think they're $56 or something. You know what? I know, like, I try to contain myself because I go, the more space you give me, the more I'm going to just spread out, and I want to be contained. Otherwise, I'm going to lose control. Okay, next one. Let's start stitching. Going to do the placement line first. Get your piece of batting and your piece of background fabric. Yeah, people come into our store all the time. They're like, you need a bigger space. And I go, no, thank you. Because I'm like the blob. I will fill whatever space you give me. Although it would be nice to have this space next to us so we could have a classroom. That would be the thing I would want. It's really the only thing I would want is classroom, because we do everything, and it's good too, because we do everything virtually, and that's how I've met most of you. All right, batting down, I sprayed it, background fabric down. Remember I had this big icky thread in here? Do you see it? I don't know if you can see it. There it is. I'm gonna put that down, so hopefully it gets covered by the house. And you're probably not gonna see it at all, but just in case. Okay, skip some steps. We're going to skip the tack down for the batting, the placement for the background, and we're going to do the tack down for the background. I'm going to do it in white. The dime ones, I know. They're okay. That's what I was using too. They're okay in a pinch, but they are not Filtech. Filtech makes the best pre-wound bobbins. So I'm sorry you had to suffer through those. They were just kind of fuzzy, and they were like spongy. They weren't filled. Like the Filtech ones are like filled to the brim. Here we go, tack down stitch. Renata, try the dime ones are good. They're not horrible, but they're not Filtech. Hey, Mr. Curtis. Hello, Curtis. It's been a while. Where have you been? You been busy? You been stitching? All right, I'm going to go ahead and take the white out, and I'm going to put linen in. But you know what? Let me check my guide because I'm going on autopilot. I'm telling you what to do without looking. Okay, what do we have coming up? We're going to do our quilting stitch in linen, and then a heck of a lot of linen, and then this is probably going to be all like applique. So I'm going to turn on my iron too because we're probably going to be laying it down. So get your linen thread first. Yeah, they were, I think that's the best way to describe them. They were a little bit fuzzy, and they weren't wound super tight. Like the Filtech bobbins, there's so much on there. I don't know what happened. I think something happened. It was, if I were to guess, it was something in production. Asking for a thumbs up. Give it to me. Give me those thumbs up. Here we go. Whoop! Thumbs up. I forget to ask for thumbs up. So thank you, Renata. Oh, July. I'm doing the sew along on Friday. And what day is today? Today the 29th. It's very, very cute. July is going to be very, very cute. So it is August. That's all we have right now. We haven't gotten anything past August. Yeah, they showed, I saw something, and they showed, like, the reindeer head, didn't they? Like, I was like, wow, that's totally letting the cat out of the bag. Okay, what are we going to be laying down? Let's get our applique pieces. We're going to have a roof. We're going to have windows. We're going to have grass. We're going to have the house itself. Oh, we got a tree going out, so let's go ahead and pull all those pieces so we have them ready. All my kids are calling me. I had asked Violet to pick me up some gochujang, but she's telling me she can't find it. Okay, here we go. Because I know... Oh, you're getting your sewing room torn up? Wait, Curtis, what did you ask? Do you know if we have borders or extra blocks? I can tell you right now, there are, with July, you're going to have, whatchamacallit? You're going to have filler blocks. Both August and July have filler blocks. Okay, sorry, it's texting my daughter off my game. Let me get my pieces. You're going to have that one, and you are going to have the roof. The roof is on fire. And then you have part of a tree. And then we have windows. Oh, here's one. Let me see if I can find the other one. Windows. We only need 2, but I grabbed all 3 of them. And I think that's it. I am going to put my handy dandy holographic vinyl on the windows. And mine is looking so cute like that. How about the tire? Is that all stitching? How long is this one? Let's say okay. Oh, wait. What am I doing? You guys, did I just really do this? I never switched to the next design. I'm looking at it going, wait a minute. This is still... Oh, no. We are in the right design. Okay. All is good in the banana hood. I just got confused. Here we go. All right. Placement stitch. We're leaving in the linen. I saw that and I was like, oh, I never switched. Let's go ahead and do that first. And this is going to be the pieces of grass. So let me find the grass. And then I'll look at your comments. Comments! My God, I have so many pieces. I don't know what's what. Momosita is barking. Okay, here. I think this is one. I think I found him. Okay, let me see what you asked. The cutting guide mentions a few things that sort of give away the block design. Yeah, and I saw that. I got an email and it showed like a little bit of it. I was like, wow, that's showing a lot. Is my iron hot? Yes, it is. Let's go ahead and put our grass down. Get ahead. So no borders, just filler blocks. No borders. I wonder if we'll have like a whole month. Like, was it July or August last time where where we had just all the borders, like the skinny ones that went in the middle for wallflower. Okay, here we go. Here are our pieces. I'm just going to go ahead and press those down. And if it's not in the right place, you can still nudge it around. Take out your mat, go ahead and slide it back on. What is next? What's next? Here we go. On my screen, you're going to go ahead and do tack down and trim. If you didn't pre-cut, I'm going to skip that step. And now it's going to be the placement for the tree. Here's my PC poo. Where'd I put it? It's this very irregular piece right here. Kind of watch it stitch out so you know which way to lay it down. It's going to have this on the top, this part, a little outie. Here we go. Here we go. Whoop. Okay. Put them down. That looks good. Matty Matt. Pop you under. Whoop! Uh-oh. Gotta pick that up. Lots of heavy breathing outside of my room. It's not Patrick. Okay, let me pick up the little stand because I do keep it on here. All right. What's next? Next we skip what's on the screen. Let's skipperoo. And then that to me looks like the house. And that's going to be black linen texture. That's what that's called. Oh, we're talking about mystery wallflower quilt, or wallflower mystery quilt. So the block of the month last year from Kimberbell. We were just talking about the border pieces. Nothing exciting. You didn't miss anything. Wait a minute. This isn't right. Hang on, I must have another piece. It's like, that's way too big. All right, there must be another one in here. Where are you? Why am I not seeing another one? I'm not seeing it. Did I lose it? Uh-oh. I am not seeing another piece of black linen texture. Okay, let me look one more time. Panic is setting in. This must be the bottom of the house, and I'm missing the top. And, okay, hang on. And I don't know if I have it. Oh, I do. Okay, don't worry. We're just going to go ahead and do this the old-fashioned way. I can't find a piece. So I'm going to just use what's left over here. It's dark on top of that, so it'll get covered up. That's when you really do need a scrap. When you mess it up and you can't find the piece you want. I'm just going to lay this down. I'm going to do the tack down and Do I have enough this here? I'm going to actually lay this down. Is that bigger? Nope. Okay, it's just big enough. I gave it a little shot of spray. Slide it on. Get rid of the mat. And we're going to do the tack down and trim. That's okay. I still love doing it the old-fashioned way with the tack down and trim. These are the snips that I've been loving. So these are the Gypsy Quilter ones. And quite honestly, they're exactly like the Baby Lock. I mean, not the Baby Lock, but the Kimberbell ones. I like it because the blades are nice and long and these are nice and strong. So this was meant to be so I could show off the new snips that I've been using. The Kimberbell ones will be back, but if you don't feel like waiting or you like purple instead of Tiffany blue, then these are the ones for you. Found it, Kimberbell. Okay, here we go. Gonna go ahead and trim. You want to trim right to the stitch. I don't have a lot going around just because this was what was left in my stash. That's okay. I'm gonna make it work. I like snips because I feel like it's really easy to cut with them with either hand since you're just pinching. So you'll watch me cut with my left and my right hand. It's my only talent in life. So if somebody goes, tell me something interesting about you, I'll just say, I can cut with my left and right hand. Okay, there we go. Next step. That was, we did the grass, the tree trunk, the house. Now we're going to do the roof. It still wants just linen, so just hit start. Sunflowers. Did I miss something? I missed a whole chunk of conversation. So what's the new design? The email today about the new design. Are you talking to me? Was that our email? Okay, I do have this piece, so we can put this one down. Here we go. Was the email? Who was the email from? Kimberbell? Braden's been doing our newsletter. Hope you guys have been enjoying it. We needed a change for sure. Oops. Don't want to get a lump in there. Here we go. Pull out the mat. Get the hoop back on. And we're going to skip the next step because I did the scan and cut and fused. And now we're going to do placement stitches for the windows. And get 2 of those yellow windows. Vintage boardwalk. Yeah, I didn't even know I was ambidextrous, Curtis. I had no idea until I started doing Kimberbell. And then I just grabbed my scissors and just started cutting with them in either hand. It's the only thing I can do that's ambidextrous. So I don't know if we can really call it that. It's not like I could, you know, I can't I can't write with both hands. I can just pinch. All I can do is pinch. It's a very unimpressive. Okay, since we're on here and we're on the subject of interesting tidbits and things that you can do, what's your hidden talent? Go ahead, let's share. If you have a hidden talent, what is it? I really don't have much of a hidden talent. That's really it. Let me think if there's anything else I can do that's really fun. I'm often dehydrated and my upper lip sticks to my upper gum. That's kind of a hidden talent. Okay, what's next? Now we're going to stitch the trunk satin outline. And so let's go ahead and put in, what color? Timber. Timber. Ooh, it's all the way out across the room. Let me get it. What's your hidden talent? I can walk and talk and chew bubble gum. Okay. That gets us started. I think I can walk and talk and chew bubble gum too. Wait a minute. Okay, you guys see that? I didn't fast forward. So that's my tack down and trim. So I'm just going to cut it. I'm going to go back to my screen. That's why I should have looked at my screen and I would have seen here that it was gold, which is going to be tack down and trim. And we're going to go right here. I could have also gone, wait, why is it on my windows? Which is what I really did. I'm like, wait, why are we on our windows? And then I would have realized I should be on the tree. If I had a talent, I would. I can pat. I don't know if I can pat my head and rub my. I can kind of rub. Are you supposed to pat your head and then rub your tummy in a circle? That's the part that makes it hard. Invisibility. That would be a good one. Let's get this out of the way. Where do I find the newsletter? You just have to be signed up for it. I'm surprised you don't get the newsletter, Mary Jo, because I think it's everyone that's, purchased product. So it should get emailed to you on Fridays. So if you're not getting, you can always go to our website, and I think in the bottom left-hand corner, there's a spot for you to sign up for the newsletter. You can crochet while doing other things. That's kind of like my friend Sage. She can sleep and knit at the same time. You can create anything. With enough YouTube videos? Oh God, YouTube's great. Anytime I don't know how to do something and I want to know how to do it, I go to YouTube. You've got like an online tutor for everything you ever want to do. Okay, we're going to stitch out the grass, and the grass is going to be in sage. Oh, you know what? I was thinking that first one was 62 minutes, but it's 62 minutes total. So we're 40 minutes in. Sorry, I wasn't adding up the two tiling scenes. We're 40 minutes in, so that means we have 22 minutes left, and then it's din-din time. I wonder if my manservant has something planned. Should I remind him that dinner's soon? Hi, Miss Cheryl. Saying something innocent and making someone mad. I think I'm pretty good at that too. Yeah, maybe I'm in your spam. What's the last thing you learned on YouTube? I'm trying to think of the last thing I went on there that I didn't know how to do. I go on there for a lot of that, like, domesticated stuff, like, how do I change this filter? Or, oh, you know what I went on there for? It was something like a tool where I was trying to learn how to use it. I love YouTube. Okay, after you do your grass, we're gonna put in black, and we're gonna do the sewing machine. You could always do a different color. It doesn't have to be a black sewing machine. But I kind of thought that maybe it was just a featherweight in every window. When I think black machines, I think featherweight. Okay, let's put our featherweight in. Our Baby Lock rep, Bob Bartolozzi, had a collection of featherweights. And super unique ones. It's never intentional stuff that I would say to make somebody mad. He's got a white, Sage has a white one too. I had 2 featherweights and Patrick made me give one up. He's like, you don't even use the one that you have. And I was like, you're right. So I was like, let's make somebody happy, and I sold the other one. Oh, gardening, yes. I want to watch I have orchids, and I keep watching videos about how to, like, spruce them up. And now that I've watched them, I'm like, now I have to actually do it. Okay, leave your black in. I was actually taking mine out, but you want to leave it in for the tire swing. Just go ahead and hit start. I've really kind of consolidated, because I had quite a few machines, and I've gotten rid of most of them. And now I'm down to my Avenir, my PQ 1500. I don't have the 1600. I have a featherweight. I have an original Lotus, an Elna Lotus. I have a Triumph, my multi-needle. And I think that's it. I'm looking around my room thinking if there's anything else. I was gifted an embellisher machine, which I've never used, but I hope to use someday. My Scan and Cut. I was gifted a heat press, which I love. And yeah, that's it. What do you guys have? What's in your sewing room? If you're Curtis, are you looking for a luminaire? Because we have a used one at the store that we're going to be putting out there. I actually think we have a couple people we need to call first. But if you're interested, let us know. "12 machines, Cindy? Cindy! I always tell people machines are like children. You love them and need them for different reasons. 12 seems to be the magic number. Okay, after you stitch this out, we're going to put our sage back in, and we're going to do the leaf fill. 7. I would have loved to have kept my Luminaire, but I didn't have room for that too. But I love my Luminaire. But I love, love, love my Avenir. Okay, it was sage, right? That's the green with the line through it. Yes. Let's get our sage back again. We're going to do the leaf fill. And then we have, what's this square with the triangle? I'm going to do that next. Square with the triangle is brunette. You want a long arm? Okay, I did have a regalia, and it just was, you know, I felt like the regalia for me is like one of those machines that you have to use a lot, and I just didn't have the time. So I did end up selling my regalia, but I told Patrick that it was goodbye, but not forever. That when I'm ready to just sew, that I will get another long arm. Because I want to do the quilting too. But it was just making me sad to see it there. And so I sold it to a gal at the store that works for us. And she uses it all the time. And it makes me happy. And she loves it. And so it was the right place, the right machine for her. But yeah, that would be the perfect sewing room, right? Just to have a long arm too. Put in your ruby. And for now, I just do the quilting that I need to do on my Avenir. It's enough for me. For now, but not forever. Okay, we are doing the apple. There's an apple that fell on the ground. Cheryl, what machine is it? Oh, Renata, have fun with that, with your quilter. Oh, you know what? So Curtis, she does, like, she's always asking if there's something for the store that, so yeah, there's quilts at the store that she's done for us. So yeah, she's wonderful. It's in the right home now. It's with the right person. So I have a treadle back home in Connecticut in the basement, and I'm sure it's rusted. I think my dad bought it for me at like a back east we called them tag sales. I don't know, do they call them tag sales anywhere else? So he got it at a tag sale, and but it just ended up in the basement, and I'm sure it's just a rusted mess now. Okay, we're gonna put in cool gray 3 for this siding detail. I think a travel machine. I'll need a travel machine. Because even though I love my featherweight, and it was the first machine that I quilted on, I want a threader. I want a threader, and I want a cut button. Like if I'm really gonna sit down and sew, I gotta have those. So I took my featherweight out to sew on, and then I put it away because I was like, come on, I have all these machines with all these other options. I need to use them. Oh, nice, Cheryl. Brother Airflow Serger 5200. You're consolidating too, Miss Mary Jo. Okay, go ahead and put, what's the black with the line through it? Shadow. We're going to put shadow in, and that's going to do the next 3 steps. We are 5 steps away from being done. Pay attention to when we do the windows, because that's when I'm going to put my vinyl down. And I'm going to measure the window right now, and I'm going to pre-cut the vinyl to the exact size of the window. And that way it'll be ready. Let me get a little ruler. My windows are, I could look in the book too, because it'll tell me the size there. But these are about 1 inch by 1.5 inches. Inch by 1.5 inches. Okay. What are we doing now? Outside of the tire. This is the tire tread. I'm going to cut my vinyl down really quickly. I'll be right back. We did pretty well. We've got 4 blocks almost done. This looks too big. Okay, somebody can't do their math. That'd be me. That one's okay. Singers were those were the days when singers were the best, right? That's totally interesting. So quilters, they use the treadles down in Africa. That's kind of cool. I know. Congratulations, Renata. Super excited for you. So I have a couple of people. So I have an Avenir sewing class scheduled. Hang on. What are we doing now? Just hit start again. This is going to do the house satin outline. And I want to wait because I think we have 5 people that just got their Avenirs. So we're going to, I have that sewing class scheduled next week. I think I'm going to push it 1 more week just to make sure everyone has their machine. Okay, here we go with Cindy Lehman. She's got the Meridian. The Quilt Club Brother, 3 old singers, 4 sergers. 1 old one for the long arm, the 10 needle, and a GB. 14! Comes in a wooden box. I think somebody posted recently they found they got a garage sale featherweight. What a treat, right? What a treat. Make sure you don't have any stray threads in here for when if you are putting down vinyl. So I have a serger table. And what I like about my should I show you? Okay, you're going to see messy stuff again. Okay, covering you up. Let's go to the serger table. Oh my God, it's messy. Messy, messy. Okay, because I was doing a serger class. Hang on. Let me try to hide the mess. All right, here is my serger on the serger table. What I love about it is I love that this does lift up and there's a little bit of storage, but I often have times over here that I can't lift it up. But I love that this is flush. So that's the thing I love most. I also like that this sits down. It's messy here. That this is where your regular table height would be. And then if you put your serger on it, I mean, the serger's tall. It's like what? Like 4 or 5 inches. So if it sits on top of a table, that's even that much higher. So I am of the mindset that I would definitely, yeah, I had this set up over someplace else. I like a serger table where it has this part that's flush and this is recessed down lower. So this one is the koala table, but I think Unique makes a table also that's really, really nice for the serger. So I can also have Patrick send you information about that. Okay, let's go back to our regularly scheduled programming. Here we go. Let's walk on over and we're back again. Anything you want to see, let me know. I will take you over there. All right. You're just going to hit start again because this step is going to be the roof satin outline. Has this been like so nice because the dogs have been locked out? They keep banging on the door though and they're crying outside. I don't know how much I can take. I can only say no to my babies for so long. And then I give in. Penny, if you're interested, I want you to go look at unique sewing furniture and you'll see their cabinets and then we can give you pricing. Yeah, just reach out and we can have Patrick give you pricing. And if anyone's interested, we have 2 Triumphs at the store. They're used Triumphs, they're in great condition. And we can give you some pricing on that. So just reach out. And you know what? The serger table, I mean, the Unique one is set up like mine, where the leaf part, the part that's flush with the top of the table, will be table height. So it's going to actually sit lower. Oh my God, Cindy, I've never asked you that. I always call you Cindy Lehman, but is it Cindy like Greg Lemon? Like Lemon? It's probably Lemon. I always call you Cindy Lehman. I'm so sorry. Keep stitching that roof. A serger, Singer Fashion Mate, Singer Legacy 300, and a few vintage machines. Oh my God, I have so much scrapbooking stuff too. I couldn't say no anymore. Now they're in here. Now the mayhem can ensue. Okay, what are we doing next? After we do this one, we're going to stitch the window detail and satin outline, and I'm going to be putting down my holographic vinyl. I get this off of Amazon, and we have, there's a link on there's an affiliate link on our website where you can find a link to this. It just looks so cool. Hello, I think I gotta cut these down a little bit more. Like this, you want it out of there. No dark threads. And we're going to be stitching down with linen. Get your linen thread ready. That's pearl. Here's my linen. Wait, am I saying it right? It's Lehman. But I was like, wait, isn't that like Greg LeMond? Or was his without a, was it, I'm not even sure how he spelt it. Okay. Oh, and don't worry, I would just want to say it right. That's all. Here we go. Look at it. Looking beautiful. It's very cute. Okay, let's go ahead and put our linen thread in. Linen. Linen's one of those spools you could buy like the King Cone of. We go through that. How do they say your name? I couldn't think of any other way to say it, Renata. People always say my name wrong, but it's okay. I just answer to anything. I really don't care. Doesn't bother me. But I don't like getting other people's names wrong. I don't like messing them up. Okay, where's your holder downer? Get your fingers out of the way, or get that now, because I don't want you to get your fingers. You know, it gets risky. I think what happens is, I think the reason people get a needle through the finger, they go, oh, I'm just going to reach in there really quickly. That's all. And you just can't help it. You reach in there, and next thing you know, needle through the finger. I've reached in for a thread. I've been like, oh, I'm going to get that thread. Yeah, I've been lucky. Renita. Wow. Renata. Renata. I get, you know what I get? I get Jenny, Jeanne, Janine. What else have I gotten? I know they're talking to me, so I just respond. Yes. Yeah, the kit you got from us should be exactly like this. Is something missing? Cindy, let me know. Your street is Granada. Your street. Yeah, if ever you get a kit and something is not right, please let us know. We always want to make it right. Here we go. Okay, what streets did you guys grow up on? I grew up on Pigeon Road, named after Mr. Pigeon, who built the houses on my street. I now live on Ramrod. When we moved here, my daughter said, I can't live on a street called Ramrod. I was like, oh, yes, you can. What was it? Elo Lane? Renata? Renata!
Oh, I know. Mary Jo, this is just entertainment for me. I don't have room for any of it, but I can't stop making it. Oh, you know what the substitute is, Cindy? It's the border fabric. So the border fabric was supposed to be this black linen, but your border fabric's going to be the brown linen. 156th Street. Sylvia, did you grow up, what city did you grow up in? Because that's definitely like a, you know, like New York City or, right? Like most of the time. Salt Lake. We did not have street names. That's so crazy, Mary. So how did they get their mail? Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. I wasn't paying attention. Sorry. I was reading the comments. Hang on. Hang on. Let me get this down. It's okay. We can still save it. I'm just going to put this here, and I will do the rest. There we go. There we go. So cute. Lonnie Beck. Okay, what is Lonnie Beck? Is that like a person? And Sylvia's now on gold. Barrage, is that how you say it? We picked up. So do they still pick up their mail at the post office? I love that. You know, I was talking to Patrick, and we were just talking about one of my kids really loves his phone. And I was just thinking about like the days before phones. I would totally go back to that in a heartbeat. I wish there were no phones. I mean, I love knowing all of you, and I love the internet, I love computers, but I really, really love just the idea, the simplicity of pre-phone days. It was a rancher's name that owned the property. Barnan Street. Ah, they're on First Ave. Named after his daughter. Oh, I get that. Barb and Nan. Barnan. Okay, got it. Brady Street. Still on Granada. Some of you have really, really cute street names. Because we'll do, when we're doing shipping, we'll be like, oh, this person lives on such and such street. We'll point it out. Okay, you're going to put in your military gold, and guess what? That's going to be the last stitch out and the last color that we're going to do, that I'm going to do tonight. I'm going to go have dinner with my family, and then I'll probably come back and stitch the rest, but I will film them. So go ahead and put in your military gold. And that's going to be for the rope detail. And then I will be stitching out tiles 5 and 6. I'll record those. Ooh, that sounds very fancy, Curtis. Clobber. I like that one, Barbara. Oh, hope you had fun, Mary Jo. Did you work on something? Here we go. Oh, look at that rope. It's so cute. You just never know what it's going to look like. I wonder if it's going to stay skinny like that. And look at that. Look how cool. So, I'll be stitching these out. So, I'll do this one. Maybe this one won't be so long because I know that's going to be, because Cindy was saying that these were different. This one probably because it doesn't have the background fabric. We'll probably lay down each of these pieces individually. And then this one here. I wonder how long these will be. Because I think this is going to be a lot of applique. There's a lot of fabric here. I love applique. Because I feel like it doesn't take as long. Because you're not doing all the heavy stitching. So I will film both of those. Hopefully after dinner, I'll get to do those unless I get sleepy and tired and Patrick convinces me to just hang out. So that is going to be it for our sew along tonight. We got through tiles 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then I will do the rest and I will record it and then post it. So thank you so much for joining me. Wanda grew up on Primrose. Curtis is from Quebec, and that would explain that. Quebec. And I'm just trying to read the last of your comments. Topper covers all of 5. Oh, that's good. So you're going to need topper for 5. Thanks for the heads up, Miss Cindy. I probably would have gotten there and been like, I may not have remembered that or noticed that. So we're going to be using topper so your foot, I guess, doesn't get caught on stuff. So that is it for me tonight. Have a great evening. It was so much fun having you. I'll see some of you on Friday for mistletoe, but I will post those videos as well. And enjoy the rest of your week. Have a great 4th. If I don't talk to you before then, and we will see you later. Bye, guys.